In our last video, we set up the Hermes agent together with all the scripts and tools we needed and promised an amazing vulnerability research environment. It's time to deliver. So now that everything is set up, all we really have left to do is set up the Hermes agent and kick off a CVE run, which works according to an LLM-based routing doctrine we defined for the agent. I'll begin with a Hermes update command, which is always advisable, as their project is extremely active and brings about a multitude of features and improvements on a daily basis. Right after that, the Hermes doctor command, just to see that everything is in order and there are no issues with our agent environment. Next comes the Hermes setup command, where you can set up your API keys, additional LLM models, and other various Hermes settings. I won't be diving into the various Hermes setup options. However, I do want to pause and emphasize something I'm about to do. In the Hermes setup process, I'm about to configure an OLlama endpoint, which we already installed and configured in our setup phase. For this demo, I'll be using the DeepSeek 4 Pro model, and hopefully put to rest any questions regarding the ability of alternate LLM providers and their capabilities in the vulnerability research arena. Next, I'll make a minor but meaningful change in the Hermes config file, allowing our agents more independent turns before wrapping up their work. This is needed for longer, more complex runs. 500 might have been an overkill, but these first runs will be monitored, so if needed, we can adjust later. I'll restart the Hermes gateway and then check to see if my EIP CVE skills are registered with Hermes. Pre-flight checks are all green, so let's wake up the agent and ask it to run a quick health check. In my mind, the instructions to the agent sound a bit like this.
Hi Hermes, this is our first run ever on this machine. Do your stuff.
The agent runs through its configured MCP tools and is aware of our LLM-based CVE routing doctrine. Looks like we're good to go. At this point in the video, I'm sweating as I realize that I don't have a CVE in mind for our research. However, this would be a good opportunity for me to showcase the Exploit Intel MCP server, which is part of our tooling. I'll ask the agent to use the EIP MCP to find good candidates for our demo. The agent came up with a great choice, a critical GitLab vulnerability with no public exploits. I'll kick off this demo run with my chosen CVE, and I'll watch intently. What unfolds from this point onwards is sheer beauty. The agent goes through the various steps of the CVE pipeline and uses the right skills for the chosen CVE. WordPress bugs would go down the WordPress lane, memory corruption bugs down another. Windows bugs go through a different set of tooling altogether. The agent just knows. The agent researches the CVE and goes through the various phases of the CVE pipeline: information gathering, analysis, lab setup, POC creation, POC validation, etc. Feel free to follow the agent internal discussion as it works the pipeline. It's mesmerizing to watch the agent battle through all the technical difficulties and usually prevail. The agent has completed the CVE run, vulnerability analysis, working lab, proof of concept code, and report, all waiting neatly in a folder. At the end of some CVE runs, I like to ask the agent if it encountered any friction during its run, or if there's anything we can improve in the skills or tooling. So that's it for this demo. I hope you enjoyed this video and that your future vulnerability research will be melodic.